Hello again, guys and gals, and welcome to this Empire Review. I am Dave, your resident tech and gaming guy, and this week we are jumping into the hyper-fast, futuristic staple of the PlayStation racing games with the release of WipeOut Omega Collection on PlayStation 4. Now, up front, this isn't a new game. It's a remaster of the PS3's WipeOut HD and its Fury expansion, plus the PS Vita's WipeOut 2048. Appropriate updates have been added to the graphics, including 4K and HDR support if you're playing on the PS4 Pro. Add that to the fact that these games were originally produced by SCE's now defunct Studio Liverpool, which was originally Psygnosis, and they were the developers of the entire WipeOut franchise starting way back in 1995, and you can see that this set of games should be able to stand up well to the time that has passed since their individual releases. As I mentioned, WipeOut as a game series goes all the way back to the original PlayStation. A blend of futuristic racing, track-based combat, and appropriately catchy electronic dance music sounds to match the pace of the game. It's always inhabited a special place in the PlayStation pantheon. I'm avoiding saying that it was an exclusive here, because the early titles found their way onto the Sega Saturn, MS-DOS PC, and one title was even released exclusively on the N64. But there is no doubt that these days, when you think WipeOut, you think PlayStation. Now, for your money, you're getting a remaster of two titles that were excellent in their own rights when they were released, which was admittedly a while back. But like some of the other remastered games that have been making it out recently, there's been some noticeable improvements. Having had both the PS3's HD and the previously Vita exclusive 2048, I can see visual improvements, especially if you can bump up your monitor to 4K support on the PS4 Pro. Being able to maintain 60 FPS whilst doing this is icing on the cake. The speed at which WipeOut is played has always been one of its defining attributes, and having a suitable frame rate to convey that sense of acceleration and flat-out pace is very welcome. Your courses snake and wind their way through suitably futuristic neon wonderlands, which soon become a blur as you climb the ladder and into the faster vehicle brackets. I could say that more could have been done to update the graphics and take advantage of the PS4 and Pro, but whilst the visuals aren't going to have a polygon count that will blow your mind with hyper-realistic detail, they are certainly sufficient for the speed and mayhem that WipeOut brings with it throughout its various modes. Depending on which game you get into, you'll find that the method of progression is slightly different, but ultimately you'll end up with a familiar stable of anti-gravity vehicles to choose from, some with benefits for weaponry, some shields, some speed, and some maneuverability. You unlock the variants in pretty short order, but the main progression mechanism is speed in this game. You will start out on circuits at a fairly sedate speed for WipeOut standards, but as you progress, speed upon speed is added to the game. Even with the same vehicle and circuit, the complexity of racing grows significantly thanks to the outright pace of this game. It's been true of the game in the past, and it's still one of those unique features for a series such as WipeOut. Split-screen local play is available across the entire suite of games, and also online multiplayer lobbies are available, but I did not have a good opportunity to test this functionality out as we reviewed the game pre-release. Split screen is immensely good fun, and of course the competitiveness is just brought to bear when you're trailing behind your mate and you just happen to pick up a missile as you head into the last section of the last lap. It's good times. When you get right down to it, this is a carefully curated, updated selection of WipeOut games for the PS4. HD and Fury have seen minor changes, but 2048 has received a big bump thanks to its previous Vita-only status. I'm glad that more people will get to experience this one in particular, as it was always good, just limited in its audience on the Vita. If you're looking for a title synonymous with PlayStation, and want some fast, frantic racing action that you can easily rope a mate in on, then WipeOut will be right up your alley. It's an 8.5 out of 10 for this one from me. Thanks for listening. This was Dave. Oh, I nearly forgot. Thanks to our friends at Sony New Zealand, we have a copy of WipeOut Omega Collection to give away. The usual rules apply. Comp is only open to New Zealand residents, and all entrants must be aged 18 or over. The question: in which year was the original WipeOut released? Was it A, 1995, B, 1996, or C, 1997? Get your answers in an email and send them off to comps@theempire.nz with a subject line of "Gimme that Wipeout" for your chance to win a copy of the game on PS4. And, as always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from us at the Empire New Zealand.